You're hitting your 3-wood like you would your driver, and that's exactly why you're struggling with it. So here's the mistake. Most golfers take their 3-wood and try and sweep it clean or hit up on it to help get it into the air. And that sounds logical. But what actually happens is your low point ends up behind the ball and your chance of a solid contact falls dramatically. The golf ball is tiny. Its equator is barely above the ground. So when you hit up on it, there's very little club face that you can get onto the ball. A fairway wood needs a slightly downward strike opposite to your driver. The loft will still get it airborne if you hit the ball first. Trust the club's design, not your instincts. But here's the fix, and it has to start in your setup. So the first thing we want to check is your ball position. And we want to have it sort of 2 to 3 inches inside your left heel. More forward than your irons, but not as far forward as your driver, which is often where I see it. Any situation where you're checking your ball position, then use your alignment sticks in your practice setup. It really helps. And number 2 is your sternum and your weight. I want to feel you're more central. There's none of this tilting back, again, like there would be for your driver setup. And probably the last thing you'd think to do, I want you to feel that there's a little bit more weight on your left foot, maybe 55%. And number 3 is the shaft position. I want this pretty neutral to slightly forward lean. We don't want to be tilting it back. This would be like a scoop-in setup or a contact that's going to lead to you hitting the ground before the ball. Now, the goal here is ball first, and then this light brush of the mat or the turf after the ball. And the club is designed to help you with it. So from this new setup, I want you to have a new swing thought. I want you to feel you're staying more on top of the ball. Feel as like you're more over it and none of this moving away from it. With your driver swing, you want this lee shoulder to move away more, and then it then stays back to encourage the club head to move up through impact. But again, for the 3-wood, we know that's not what we want. So here's a drill I use. So I've put some tape here, just a couple of inches in front of the ball. But if you're off grass, you could use a tee and just place the tee in front of the ball. So both the tape or the tee are barely above the ground. And your goal here is the feeling that you're going to clip this after you're striking the ball. This, combined with the new setup and new swing movement, keeps you moving towards the target and encourages the correct low point slightly ahead of the ball. So once you start hitting it well off the fairway, we want to use the same technique off the tee. But the key to this is to use a lower tee than you probably are right now. So let's have it just high enough to lift the ball off the turf. So a higher tee is perfect for a driver swing, but not for your 3-wood. A lower tee is going to make it more similar to the fairway situation, and it will lead to the same consistency, allowing you to use the same setup and the same swing thoughts and swing movements, whether the ball's on the tee or off the fairway. So you don't need to lift it, you don't need to sweep it clean. Just trust your new setup, hit the ball first and brush the ground after contact. And when you master this, you unlock the consistency and you'll have that advantage of those longer second shots. But most importantly, you'll stop fearing this shot when you're stood over it. If you're still struggling with this, I'm offering you a free swing analysis. No catch and no commitment. I just want to see what's holding you back. But this offer won't last forever, so hit the second link below and I'll share details with you how to film your swing and get them to me. And let me know any questions you have in the comments. I read every one and I'll get back to you. Tell me what your problems are with your 3-woods or share your wins. Building this community where we help each other is what this channel is all about. Now remember, There's very few quick fixes in golf, but they're smart practice with the right guidance. So until next time, this is Gavin from Your Golf 360. Now go and flush that 3-wood.